I got something I want to talk to you about. I thought we said that we was gonna keep our secrets, our secrets.
What secret did I give?
You got up and you said some of y'all, God delivered you from cussing, and then it came back. I said, what in the world is she doing? This is between
You never came to mind.
that was between me and
You
you.
never came to mind.
Now you didn't
I,
tell all the
I was
people.
giving a personal testimony.
No, hey man, today you did it. You did that. You did that today. Um, this is the crazy part. I would have been here sooner.
Okay.
She wouldn't mind me telling this. I'm not gonna say her name. So what happened to me this morning was I had a person calling, screaming at the top of their lungs. Why is God doing this to my mother? They said, I'm so mad, I can't go to church. So I'm watching you while I'm on the phone dealing with this. And finally, with the Lord's grace, get her to a calm space. And then I told her, I said, you really need to watch. You need to watch the service because exactly what we just conversed about. Like you missed your deliverance was actually at church,
Church. Yes.
right? But to her defense, what she told me was it was heavy. And you know me, I don't answer the phone. You already know.
I do know.
Right.
I've experienced.
Right. So this is the thing. Like, I don't even know why I answered the phone. I saw the name and I picked the phone up.
Because God needed you to. It's
And
real simple.
literally, like you're preaching is almost like a mirror effect. I'm on the phone and I'm watching. I'm like, I can't make this stuff up, right? And it was heavy because she was saying her mom got cancer,
Okay.
got diagnosed with cancer, and she just doesn't get it. Mom was faithful. Mom is this, that, and the other. Mom been faithful to God, and then God let this happen.
Right.
Then I'm watching you, and you go, "This is what's happening with me. My mama don't know who I am all the time. Papa Chuck, 1, 2, 3. I mean, you start naming all the things. Let me ask you a question. How does a person, we'll get deeper into your message, but like the question that she had for me, I want to ask you is, she said, how do I have faith if it's possible for God to disappoint me?
That's a great question. That's a great question. I think when we forget, we juxtapose the one thing right now, or we don't, up against his history. It's real easy to lose sight of the fact that he's been faithful. And the same way he's been faithful, he can deal with this situation, but it may not be the way that you would like him to, or the way that you think he should, or the way that you're demanding that he do it. But for me, even when I talked about today, gratitude becomes really, really critical. Because if I can turn around and I can look at his history,
Yeah.
right? That even in times when I was disappointed,
Yeah.
later on the other side, I realized my disappointment wasn't warranted because he was still faithful when I gave him a chance to be who he said he was.
100%. Like, I can relate to that. I often think like, would I be the person I am right now if both of my parents were here? Like I would love to say yes,
Right.
but the honest answer is probably
It's
not
probably not.
because I was very dependent upon my parents.
Yeah. Mom in particular.
100%.
Mom in particular.
So it's like I'm not sure if I would be this person
Right.
if they were here, which is the craziest thing. So I live in this like
The tension
the
of it.
tension of like, man, I wish they were here, but then I'm not sure if I would be this if they were.
Right, right.
You know.
And you forget the part that their not being here has contributed to you being who you are.
100%.
Even having lost them. It made you see God in a different way.
100%.
It made you pursue him in a different way.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, all right. So the message, hold on. You're not drowning. Bring us into your personal study. Like when did the first peak of it like come up?
When I kept hearing myself going, okay, I'm tired. I can't take no more. I feel like I'm underwater. And when I said underwater, I'm like, oh, because it's a flood.
Yeah.
It's a flood of things. Every avenue in my life, the girls are talking about moving. to apartment. They're moving out. Lauren needs some space. PK, preaching. She preached her tail off today, by the way. You got to go watch it on sin.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
At 23.
At 23 on sin and holiness. Yeah. But she's developing, and there's too much pressure being right up underneath me. You know what I mean? And my footprint being everywhere, her boss, her pastor, her parent. And so she needs some space. So her and Sid are moving out. Yeah.
Dang. That's a flood.
That's a flood. So between parents and kids, I don't have much else. I don't have a big family.
Yeah.
And I just kept hearing myself, man, this just feels like too much. So it forced me to go and look at the word, because that's all I got. And when I did that and I found that word, thalipsis, and it talked about tribulation and pressure, which then took me to that scripture.
Yeah.
And God's just like, what? He wasn't mean about it, but it was like, I told you this was going to be.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. But what's the other side of it? Please help me, because I'm drowning.
Yeah.
And he said, you ain't going to drown. Hold on. You ain't going to drown.
The part that got me when I was watching was the Dewey thing. Lift is levy. But then the B part of it, when you said, I always thought and preached that God will lift up a standard the way we talk about, like, level standard.
Yes.
God will lift up a standard, not God will lift up a banner. So just consider that stolen. Like,
yeah. Give me credit once.
One time.
One time. Give me credit one time.
One time.
Right.
And then after that,
because I gave Dewey credit.
you did at least that one time. Well, you also gonna see him in a couple weeks.
I am.
Why you did that.
But he ain't watching this.
He might.
Oh, he ain't watching this.
He might be watching.
Yeah, okay. But then I gave him credit.
You gave him credit the one time.
I did.
But the banner piece, I had never seen that. Like, every time when a flood comes, God's gonna lift up a standard, a banner of the winds, and we gotta process the winds in our lives. I think when you said that, it was such an encouragement, especially to our crew, to our folks. When you first got that revelation, where were you? Do you remember? And, like, what were you thinking about?
When I first saw it, and then, I don't know if you do this, but I went to YouTube.
Okay.
And I started putting in, sermons about lifting up the standard.
Yeah.
And I just listened to a whole bunch of different people, and I was like, that's trash.
Yeah.
That's good. Oh, that kind of thing. Yeah. And then when I came across that piece, and somebody was just explaining what a standard was, I was like, I've never seen that. So then I started studying the wars. Right? You know how you go down them rabbit trails and you just keep going down and you just keep finding nugget after nugget. Yeah. And so by the time I put it all together, the Lord will lift up a levee, right? And then he will raise up that standard and that banner of previous victories. I would run around my living room preaching to my own self. It's like and then he's like, and you do this. When I was sitting in that jail, no, I wasn't in jail. When I was sitting in that cell.
Jail, I when I saw it, I was like, you in jail for sure.
Yeah, they didn't have.
It looked like a jail.
It did, but and I couldn't leave. That's what made it jail, right? Mm-hmm. But when I was sitting there and I just had, when I was studying, I was like, it's what you did. Yeah. You started recounting. You're not alone. You got people praying. Mm-hmm. God gonna get you out. He's always delivered you, which is raising up that standard of remembering the victory. So the devil, you can't make me be afraid, and reminds me, God got me.
That's a good word. So here's the last question. For Pastor Ray, I did gospel music.
Okay.
For you, because you from Oakland, I'm going to do R&B.
Okay.
You on a stranded island. You got to choose an R&B artist. Which one do you choose and why?
I only listen to Christian music.
Get out of here.
One R&B artist, it would probably be Babyface for a reason.
Babyface, I didn't see that coming.
This is why. I went to a Babyface concert.
Okay.
I thought I knew 3 Babyface songs. I was just going with my sisters. He did not sing a song that I did not know and love because he wrote them.
Right.
So his
whole
discography, was that what it's called?
Yeah.
Is so massive.
His body of work.
That he can sing some of everything because he wrote it if he didn't sing it.
Interesting.
That's why.
There you go, folks. Doctor, pastor, apostle,
bruh.
bishop, Andrea.
Only in Africa. Only in Africa.
Andrea Humphrey. Show her some love. Follow her on YouTube, her church. Follow her on IG. What's your IG?
Dr. P_Dre for Dr. Pastor Dre. Dr. P_Dre.
There you go. Peace.